One day, your child is going to see everything, not what they were told, not what they were shown, not the version of you that was explained to them, the truth. And when that day comes, it changes everything. Right now, it might feel like none of it matters, like you're trying, but it's being ignored, like you're showing up, but it's being rewritten into something you don't even recognize. And the hardest part is, you can't explain yourself. You can't sit them down and tell them everything. You can't correct every misunderstanding. You can't defend yourself the way you want to, because the one person you need to understand isn't old enough to see it yet. So you carry it, quietly. You keep showing up, even when it feels like it's not being seen, even when it feels like it's not being valued, even when it feels like you're slowly being pushed out of a story you never chose to leave. In that kind of weight, it changes a man. But here's what most people get wrong. Kids don't remember perfection. They don't remember every word. They don't remember every argument. They don't remember every explanation. They remember patterns. They remember how things felt. They remember who was there, consistently, who made the effort over and over again, who stayed calm when things got hard, who didn't disappear even when it would have been easier. They feel presence even when no one talks about it. Even in silence, they notice. And yeah, sometimes their view gets shaped by tension, by emotion, by situations they don't fully understand. Sometimes they repeat things they've heard. Sometimes they pull away, and you don't know why. Sometimes it feels like you're losing them, even though you're doing everything you can to stay close. And that hurts in a way that's hard to explain to anyone who hasn't lived it, because you know what you're doing behind the scenes. You know the effort it takes just to stay steady, to not react, to not break, to not let your frustration spill over into the one place you're trying to protect. You're not just showing up, you're holding the line, even when it costs you. But kids grow up, and when they do, something shifts. They start asking questions, they start thinking for themselves, they start looking at things differently. Moments that didn't make sense before start to click. Things they couldn't see start to become clear. They begin to notice patterns. Who was consistent? Who kept showing up? Who made the effort without needing recognition? They see who stayed, not just when it was easy, but when it was complicated, when it was uncomfortable, when it would have been easier to walk away. And slowly, the picture changes, not because you forced it, not because you explained it perfectly, but because truth has a way of revealing itself over time, without pressure, without noise, without you needing to fight for it every single day. And when that happens, it lands differently, because now they're old enough to understand. So you don't need to win every moment. You don't need to correct every version of the story. You don't need to fight battles that only drain you and pull you further away from who you're trying to be. You just need to stay. Stay steady, stay grounded, stay present however you can. In the small moments, in the quiet moments, in the moments that feel like they don't matter. Because those are the ones that build the pattern they'll remember. That's what lasts. Not the noise, not the conflict, not the temporary version of how things look right now. What lasts is who showed up, again and again, without quitting, without disappearing, without giving up on them, even when it felt like everything was stacked against you. One day, they won't just hear your story. They won't just rely on what they were told. They'll see it. They'll feel it. They'll understand it. And when they do, they'll know exactly who showed up. And that moment makes everything you carried worth it. If you're dealing with separation, custody conflict, or just trying to stay in your kids' lives, the Dad Survival Pack is linked in the description. It's the guide many dads wish they had sooner.